Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Kemp Outside. We're your inside source for all things outside. I'm starting a new video series called What's Cookin'. One of my favorite parts about camping and fishing is getting to eat. I love to eat and I love to come up with different things to eat at the campsite. I love to cook fish, that kind of thing. So we're starting a new series called What's Cookin'. And I am going to do some grilled pork loin today. And so I'm going to show you how I do it, what I use for my marinade, and then I'm going to show you my camp stove setup. So stay tuned. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and follow along for all kinds of outside tips and tricks, camping videos, gear reviews, how-to videos, how to maintain your gear, fishing videos, all kinds of stuff. So with that, stay tuned and check it out. Okay, so today on What's Cookin', we're going to do some grilled pork loin. So I have a half pork loin that I'm going to cut up. And what I do is I marinate it, not for very long. I don't even marinate it overnight, just a couple of hours, like 2 hours or so. I use Carolina Sunshine, get the label in there, Carolina Sunshine BBQ Sauce. It's a Eastern North Carolina style sauce, so it's a vinegar-based sauce. I like to soak my pork loin in that for a couple of hours before I put it on the grill. I don't leave it on too long. It can... a little goes a long way, I would say, with this marinade. So I just put it on just for a little bit, and then I also throw some minced onion on top. So with that, I'm going to cut my pork loin, and we'll get it marinated, and then we'll throw it on the grill. Okay, so the first thing I do is I cut my pork loin into basically like chops that are about an inch thick. So what I'll do is I'll work my way down. I like them to be pretty thick. And I apologize if you hear my dishwasher running. Unfortunately, it doesn't like it when we stop at mid-cycle, so I gotta let it do its thing. So this is a great meal either for at home in the kitchen or at the campsite. Oftentimes, if I do this at the campsite, what I'll do is I'll cut this ahead of time, and then I'll keep it in a couple of Ziploc baggies, like gallon-sized Ziploc baggies, and then I'll take the marinade with me, and I'll put the marinade on. Like I said, a couple hours before I'm going to cook it. I don't leave it in the marinade overnight. You just want a hint of the flavor. You don't want it too overpowering. A little bit about Carolina Sunshine BBQ sauces. It's made. It's right out here out of Lithia, Florida, which is where we live, just near Tampa. And it's owned by a friend of mine, and so I love giving him a little shout out. If you like vinegar-based barbecue sauces, you should definitely check them out. I will put a link to his website in the description, and you can order stuff from him. And he does have it in a few local stores here around the Lithia area. So if you're local, you can find it at the Ace Hardware here in Lithia. Shout out to another buddy of mine who runs the Ace Hardware. And you can get it there, or like I said, you can buy it straight off the Carolina Sunshine website. Okay, so after I get them all cut up, I basically put them in a pan. Hopefully you can see this on the video. So I just kind of stack them in there. And if I have to go multiple layers, which I will this time, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the minced onion as a layer, but I'm going to wash my hands before I touch that. I'll be right back. Okay, so little minced onion. Okay, and then the second layer. Now what I like to do with these is I like to make more than I'm actually going to eat in a single evening, because they make great leftovers. You can even put them on a sandwich, toast some bread, or get some nice buns or something like that and reheat them as a sandwich. We often reheat them at the campsite. So there we go. And then again, I'm not shy about the Carolina Sunshine. Make sure I get a nice layer. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll leave that sit in the refrigerator maybe an hour or two before I'm ready to grill. So when it's time to put it on the grill, we'll start the video again. Okay, so we're just about ready to put our pork loin on the grill, but I wanted to show you my grill setup. I run a Camp Chef camp grill. I run the 2-burner grill. They make 2-burner and 3-burner grills. I don't have the high altitude grill because when am I in high altitude? Hardly ever. I'm here at sea level in Florida, so you know, Tampa is not very high up, and then I don't get out west in the high altitude very often. So I just have the standard Camp Chef grill, and I also use their standard grill box. I don't know if it's available anymore. They have a different grill box I see on their website now. I have the old style, which I like quite a bit. And I'll just say this right now. My last grill died. The burners died, and I looked into replacing the burners, and it just wasn't worth it. So if there's a grill company out there that wants to sponsor the What's Cookin' series of Kemp Outside, I would love to get a new grill and to you know, show all the different recipes and stuff I cook on it and that kind of thing. So I'm not opposed to having sponsors. I just don't have any. So you know, hey, what's that scripture say? You know, you don't have if you don't ask. So I'll just throw that out there. And but I'm happy with my Camp Chef. We use it a lot. We use it at the campsite, and I use it at home, like I said, because my grill died. I use it an awful lot, and so it is. It does have some surface rust on it, like most grills. I do try to take care of it, but like I said, I use it a lot, and so sometimes you know, it gets neglected a little bit. But with that, let me show it to you, and then we'll get it going, and we'll get the pork on there, and we'll continue on with the What's Cooking. This time with the pork loin, grilled pork loin. So. Okay, so here's my Camp Chef camp stove. So I hook it up to a regular propane cylinder, and as you can see, here's the basically just what the burner looks like. There's 2 of those. They work really well for both cast iron. If you saw my taking care of cast iron video, you saw that I have a reversible griddle grill that goes on this camp stove, and so I typically put it on that burner, and that works excellent. So this one is branded as Browning, so I got it from Bass Pro Shops. So I guess Bass Pro brands the camp stove stuff as Camp Chef. But then here is the grill box, and so it is their basic grill box. Like I said, I'm not sure if this one is still available. They have a different one on their website now, but it's very simple grill box with a grill plate. When I'm not using that burner, I can just set that down there, and then that works really well. We take that grill box with us in addition to the stove. Because at our campgrounds, we like to do, like I said, this pork loin. We grill steaks. Sometimes when it's raining, like if we had planned on doing hot dogs or brats or that kind of thing, or doing some kind of campfire meal, but it's raining, it's really nice to have a grill with you that you can just, hey, let's just throw the brats on the grill. Let's just throw, you know, the can of SpaghettiOs on the burner and just go that way. I really do, like I said, I really do like this this grill setup. It collapses really easily. You can unscrew the legs and they pop off. I have a storage bag that it goes in, and then I have another storage bag for the Camp Chef grill stove, or grill box. So with that, I'm going to get it lit and get it warmed up, and then we're going to throw the pork loin on there. Okay, so I've got my assistant Garrett here. There he is, and he is going to be my pork holder so I can get these things on the grill. A little bit closer here, Garrett. All right. Sorry about this being a little jumpy here. Trying to do better. I'm going to switch off and have Garrett hold that because it is hard to do both. Actually, there we go. We're going to figure this out as we do more of the What's Cooking videos. And 3 more to put on here. So as you can see, the grill box is not. Oops, whoa, that could have been bad. The grill box is not huge, but it is big enough. You can make stuff work. Sometimes you just gotta make room. Okay, and then I just kind of drizzle the rest of the stuff on there. Just add a little bit of flavor. And it is hot, so you gotta be careful. Okay, and we'll go ahead and throw the lid on. We'll let them cook for a little bit, and then we'll flip them. So a couple of things that I wish, we had, and that is, Camp Chef does make little wings that attach to the camp stove so that you have places to put things. That would be really handy. When I'm at the campsite, I take a folding table and I set it up right next to it, so that works for me. But here at home, I don't have my camp table, so I have to kind of get creative with things and have people hold stuff. Maybe at some point in time, I'll go ahead and get that on the from the Camp Chef website. but yeah, for right now it works just fine. So with that, I'll show you when it's time to flip. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't overcook them, but I do like to use some nice heat to sear it in, so you don't want to dry them out. And like most grills, there are parts of the grill that are hotter than others. So I do tend to move my my pieces of meat around depending on what part of the grill is hot and what part isn't. But that's typical of most grills anyway. So it's just something that you have to get used to for every grill you use. Like you can see that this side is much cooler than the middle. So once I flip these over, oftentimes I will move those farther to the right. And that's just basically because this side of the grill box is away from the flame. The burner is centered right here. So this is your hotter spot, this is your colder spot. And then farther away down here in the corner and along this edge, it is a little bit colder. So like I said, right here, these 6 chops right here are going to get the majority of the heat. So we'll rotate these out along the edge and we'll put those in next time. So as you can see, what I've done is I've just moved stuff around. I moved the ones that were cooking faster to the outside edges, and I'm working on the ones that aren't cooking as fast. And so you just have to rotate things around, like I said. But other than that, it really does cook nicely. You just have to stay on top of it. Okay, so we're about ready to pull them off the grill. They look and feel great. Very excited about this. What you can do is you can pair them with vegetables, potatoes. We actually make stuffing a lot of the time, and so we do some stovetop stuffing at the campsite. It's very easy to do. You just take the box, add water, and then mix it in a saucepan on the other burner. But we're doing the stovetop tonight in the house. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pull these off, and we're going to eat. So we'll see you next time on What's Cooking on Kemp Outside.